All right. So this is something that I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, and it has completely changed my outlook just on life in general. So I've recently read a book called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter. It actually started by me reading a different book. I think it was How to Stop Negative Talk by him. And that was like an hour long audiobook. And then I was like just so into it that I got his Self Talk Plus app, which is I think about $30 a month, or is it $20 a month? I can't remember. And I found that like just by listening to that self talk every single day, 10 minutes minimum, it has completely shifted the way that I think in general. Like I feel more confident, I'm just more positive, and the only thing that kind of like stops me sometimes is just rest, really. Like when I need to rest, I need to rest. That's really the biggest thing. I was someone who, and of course it's maybe it still comes up, but I was someone who was very like just negative minded. So I would always feel like, oh, I'm struggling, I'm this, everybody else is doing better than me. Like that was the way I always talked to myself, right? And what that book teaches you is the reason why you want to focus on your self-talk and just improve your self-talk, and how that can affect your life. So I started doing that, and I saw so many benefits. On top of that, I was doing istighfar, which is basically astaghfirullah, which is basically asking forgiveness from Allah, and that was also a big factor too. And it's very underrated. It's something that a lot of people, and I had someone in my comment section, he DM'd me. He was like, "Oh, listening to like positive words for 10 minutes won't do anything. Give us some real tips." I mean, first of all, to that, one of the things that in Islam, one of the most beloved deeds for Allah is the one that is small but consistent. And this is something that a lot of times we don't realize, that consistency is so important. Like it's one of those things where it's like, and this is something I heard from another guy. His name's Nima Attar, and I've been listening to his live streams as well. A little off topic, but he was saying that when it comes to your self development, you have to constantly nurture it. Like you have to constantly nurture. I might make a separate video on this, but you have to constantly nurture your self improvement. You have to constantly do it. It's like taking a shower, right? If you don't take a shower after a day or two, you're gonna smell. Or if you don't brush your teeth, then your breath is gonna smell, or your teeth are gonna get yellow, right? Or you're gonna have stains on your teeth, right? Or you're gonna have things, or if you don't floss, exact same thing. Like it's one of those things where it's like you have to constantly nurture your self development, and that's with self talk too. You have to constantly nurture your self talk, because there's always a negative voice that's gonna come in, and that's shaitan, right? There's always that waswasa that's gonna come in, and this is I'm talking waswasa basically is like, to if you're not Muslim, you're not Muslim and you're watching this, basically like it's like Satan speaking to you in the negative side, right? So that's kind of what the biggest thing when it came to self-talk. So I personally, like, this is not like a sponsored video, but I would say like definitely get that book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter. So the way I've been reading is I got it on my Kindle, and then I also have it as an audiobook. So I would listen to it, and then I'd be reading at the same time. So it's kind of like a narrator reading it, and then I'm like looking at the words. So that's something that's been super helpful for me, and I've been doing this self-talk for a few weeks now. Plus istighfar, I cannot like emphasize that enough, and that's really changed a lot like of things for me, like just my outlook on things, and it's been really helpful. So biggest thing, change your self-talk and you will change your life. And I even heard like an Islamic guy talk about this too. He was talking about like your self-talk, and he was saying that like what you say to yourself is a big thing, because we're always critical, like we're always afraid of people being critical of us, but we're always critical of ourselves. We're super critical of ourselves. Like we don't recognize it, but we're super critical. But once you kind of start to shift it, the way you think, it's kind of like, oh, this is a challenge. Oh, okay, this is a challenge. Okay, how can I solve it? You kind of like think of like other ways of like changing it. Like, oh, I feel tired. Oh, okay, I feel tired. Okay, maybe I should rest. Or okay, well, you feel tired. Just remember that it's just like a temporary, like your body's like you just kind of like you need fuel. Maybe you need to eat, or you kind of give yourself answers to things. And sometimes you don't have answers. You just kind of relax and you're like, okay, well, let's just chill for a bit, right? Let's just close my eyes, or or go for a nap. Or sometimes if you don't, so that's the benefits of self-talk. So last thing, again, I know I'm rambling, but improve your self-talk, improve your life. If you like online fitness coaching, check out the link down below. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again. Don't forget to stay authentic. Peace.